So today I have my lovely husband over here, and a lot of people have been asking. Yes, we're still doing like a poly series because that's what you guys give views on.
Since you guys are so damn curious.
It doesn't bother me personally. I brought him on here because a lot of people say that he's really quiet. Why is he quiet? Or like in the last videos of us asking questions, he didn't really talk much, and so now we're just getting his view on everything. Also, our girlfriend is not here right now because she is visiting Las Vegas. She's having the time of her life, and so that's why she's at vacation. So that's why we're just getting his view mainly. Rest of the questions that you guys were asking, we will do them with her here because we have been together for a while and a lot of things have changed. So let's just get right into this video. All right, the first question is, what are the pros and the cons of our relationship? Which maybe we could answer this better with her here because, you know, to have her input, since there were some questions that like have changed over time. Pros you would say are
never lonely and motivation. A lot of motivation on my pros. My cons is not everyone accepting the outside world.
It's basically just the outside world that's the cons, at least with the girl that we have now. Like, she's pretty amazing. And another pro,
yeah, more loving.
More love. Poly, which is more, and amor, amory is love. So polyamory. All right, next question. Who chooses the female?
I just go with the flow. No males though, but yeah.
That's another question.
I still put it.
But yes, you guys, I've always chose the female because if he did, then I felt like there would just be no reason for me. Like,
okay, then you go do your thing and I do mine. But no, I chose him.
Whose idea was it to be poly?
I said it would be hers.
Yeah, I guess it was mine, but it was not intentional really. Like, I personally was poly before I even knew the word poly, and a friend at the time, like, she ended up bringing it light to me, and she was just like, oh, like, I know what kind of person you are. And I was like, what you talking about, Willis? And she was like, you're polyamorous. I was like, what the heck is that? And she kind of explained, but then I started researching it for myself, and I was like, yep, that's me. And he's just always gone with the flow, like he always says. Why make it a public thing or relationship in general? Why make it a relationship or make it public?
Public, because I don't give a
B.
Oh, nah, just that. Yeah.
That's why you make it public, but why even make it a relationship? Why not just swing? Why not just like have random hookups?
I want something more committed. Something
and no STDs.
Yeah, no STDs too, yeah.
If it's even has sex involved, I guess. Since you guys little nasties, I think that's what it's all about. How did this happen? How did it all happen?
Accepted it a long time ago when she said she
was
like
polyamorous.
Yeah, polyamorous. Yeah.
Or that I like girls in general.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because it's basically been our whole relationship. Right after, okay, not when we were dating, but when we got married, I actually had an attraction to a female, and I told him right away. And I was like, you know what, like, I'm attracted to this girl, like, I don't know how, like, I didn't even know that part of me, but he was just like, oh, for real, like, you like her? I was like, yeah, I do. And he just accepted it, I guess. And then
That's
later
cool.
on, I found out what polyamorous meant, and that was me, and he just, same thing, nothing really changed, we just had a word to it. And yeah. What is your connection with your girlfriend?
My daddy.
Good. I like it. I like it a lot.
Do you get jealous?
Nah, not jealous. I get insecure though.
Insecure about what?
Just insecure in general.
Just because it's an extra person? It's new?
Basically, yeah.
How do you deal with having two girls?
It's cool.
And
that's the reason why I'm quiet. I go with the flow.
yeah, somebody, or like, you guys been asking why is he so quiet on the videos, but I guess that's his reason of being so quiet.
Plus, they put a lot more description and details, and I'm not into that. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Keep it simple,
yeah,
quick, and that's it, huh?
High and biased.
High and by, yeah. That's basically you. Would you want a fourth person?
it's really up to her, but I don't know if I could, but try anything like that.
Oh my gosh. Were you always polyamorous?
I guess recently I could say I was actually polyamorous because the first person that I see love, I guess, you know, yeah. That's what you answer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay,
Well, I think so too. I think you barely became polyamorous. Back then, he was like not really into anybody else, but I think that's also my fault because no shade, but like they weren't like all that, let's just say. And not even personality wise, I think I was just like trying to explore at the time. And this girl, she's actually just like me, like we said in the last video. She's just like me, but a whole different body. And like we're obviously two different human beings, but we have like a lot of the same things, which is crazy. And he fell in love too, so you can't push that away. You gotta embrace it, and I actually love it. Following from that, how did you know you became poly?
I didn't know, it just happened. Basically, yeah.
And then how did you learn about polyamory, or when did you learn about polyamory?
Through you, but I didn't know it was possible until all this happened.
Until you actually felt it?
Yeah, basically.
Did you not understand me before then?
I wouldn't say understand, it's just I know that in general is possible.
Yeah.
Love more than one person, but now, like I said, I do love more than one person.
Yeah. It's kind of beautiful. I'm just looking at him like, oh. Would you add another dude into the mix? Why?
I mean, no competition, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Just, I ain't got to worry about another nigga's bigger shit than mine, you know?
Like most of the times when they do have two men, they're either bisexual or gay, or they just let their women have other men.
Yeah, I can't.
Like I said before, I don't care to have another man. Like he's all the man I need, and I don't. No thanks. Are you equal, or do you and her have more of a connection, or do you and Chappies have more of a connection?
I'd say we all got the same connection. It's just she's here and she's over there.
Yeah, well, we all have equal connection, but different because we're different people.
Yeah.
You say. Like I said before in the other videos, it's more equitable than it is equal because we're all different people, so we all need and desire different things. So it's equal in the sense that we give each other what we need. Yeah. How do you feel about both girls?
I love them. A lot of motivation.
That's your thing. Okay. Does your family accept it, or what does your family think about it?
I mean, my mom's not around, so that cuts it out. My dad is not. He's into his religion really hardcore, so he goes by his religion, not by what it is. My brother, I mean, he doesn't say much about it, doesn't say anything about it, never mentioned it. And my sister, she's pretty much accepting. She accepts everything like my mom, so.
Yeah. Okay, now going to religion. How does religion impact your relationship? And I think people ask this because we used to go to church every Sunday. Me growing up, I went to church every Sunday, and I was probably more strict than he ever was, but that's where we come from. That's where a lot of people know of us. So now we're getting a lot of controversy with that. So yeah, how does and our girlfriend, when she comes here, she'll tell you guys her part, but she was also raised very in a religious home, so it's like something familiar with all of us. But how does it like your side?
I still believe in God, you know, but I don't go to church. That's the only bad thing I know. But that shouldn't make me religion or not.
Yeah, go check out my last video on religion and all that. So what do your friends say to you?
I mean, some ask me how do I handle it, you know, with two hands, simple. But, I mean, they don't say much. They like it, you know what I mean? That's it.
I mean, what else would men say about a man having two?
Pretty much.
Basically everything that you expect. They always praise him for it. Do you like it?
Sometimes I need it. I mean, I'm not trying to be in the spotlight or anything. It's just, you want to be like everybody else.
That's true. He doesn't like being in the spotlight. How is it being the only man in the relationship?
That probably goes with the motivation. I like it. I mean,
is there a lot of pressure?
Sometimes, but no. I mean, it depends what it is, basically.
Yeah. Next question. Why are you so quiet? We already answered that one, right?
Yeah, pretty much, because they put so much details and I'm just plain and simple.
Alright, and now we're getting into the deep stuff on his behalf. In one of the last questions, in one of the last videos, I'll put the link down below on which video it is, you guys asked like if he would be called a mom to the new addition of the family, mama sa, or like future kids and stuff like that. What do you feel about marriage, since usually marriage is the goal?
I've told her many times for her to leave me, like divorce me, but I don't want to be left alone. That's my main thing. My biggest fear is to be, you know, be alone. And I just want her to be feeling more accepted, and if she feels more accepted, I feel like marriage is what can make her feel more accepting. So I mean, I'm willing to divorce her. I mean, just for the papers, for all that shit. But
legal?
I mean, yeah, just for the legal, for her to get married with Ariel. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like there's different ways that you could make a commitment. Like it doesn't have to be legal or anything like that. Me personally, and but like whatever has to, whatever has to happen, like. Commitment is a commitment, no matter like what a paper says, I guess you could say. And what do you think about having kids with her specifically, if she would want to have kids in the future, or basically just in a polyamorous relationship, does the third or does the second girl get to have kids?
I don't mind having kids, just don't keep them away from me. That's my biggest fear. If they're my babies, they're my babies. I would want to see them. I would want to love them. Want them to be known that their dad's still here. You know what I mean? Dad's never gonna leave. Oh,
another thing I was gonna say too, like that's the whole point of being polyamorous, is you don't leave one person to be with the other person. Like no, it's either like all three of you, or it goes back to this two, or nobody at all. Like that's how it is, you know what I'm saying? You don't get into a polyamorous relationship to think like, oh, this person's better, so I'm gonna leave with them. Like no, that's not polyamory. Yeah, right? So that's mainly what people always say, like, aren't you afraid that he's gonna leave with her? Like, I mean, that's what people always tell me and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I mean, you could be afraid of that at the same time, but like you have to have like a strong base. And what I mean by base is like when you start off as a couple, in order to even add somebody else, like how you only gonna add somebody else when you're having like a hard time? Like no, then it's not gonna come out good. More likely somebody's gonna leave for that other person. Like you have to have a strong base. You have to be like in love with your significant other in order to be secure in that relationship before you go and add another relationship into the whole freaking relationship. So that's what I would say about marriage. It'd be either all three of us or none, basically. Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions for him, I know I answered a lot too, but it's because yeah, I already know what he's thinking.
I don't speak much. She already knows my answers, so I mean that's why I don't speak much. But the more detail that's on her, I'm just go.
But I also try not to speak for him, just like we said in the other video. Like I ask him, I'm like, well, it's you. What do you think? What do you think? And I just extend it.
But if I do say something, I say it to them for them to speak for me, because I'm not very much.
Yeah, which she's already getting used to it too. Yeah. Like realizing how he is and how, like, in a way to speak for him. because like she confirms, like that's what I'm doing right now, like confirming everything, like right, that's what it is, because I don't want to be wrong and be putting words in his mouth. So mejor you guys hear it from him.
The less I say, the less you guys know.
Okay, so what's wrong with us?
What's wrong with who?
The world. I mean,
Nothing,
okay, like you know how the world asks. Wait, mama.
The main reason why is because either way of what I say or what I do, you guys are still gonna judge regardless. You know what I mean? Either you're gonna think. The main point is you guys are gonna judge.
Yeah, like I think no matter what, in any type of relationship, people are gonna judge you and be like, how could you be with him? How could you be with her? Which a lot of people do say that about us, even in this kind of situation. They're like they ask him like, how are you with her? Like, don't you want somebody who's gonna value you and just you? And it's like, it's not that at all. Like, I don't know how to explain polyamory in another way. It's just more love, and you don't hide anything with your partner. Like, no, it's just like an open connection, not necessarily open relationship, but it's an open communication. That's like what any relationship needs. So in polyamory, you just need a lot more of it because there's an extra person, so you need to have connection between everyone. Communication. The world could see it however they want because they're not in it, they're not living it, they don't really know. Or like, we've gotten called out recently about being perverted, and that's perfectly fine. That's your opinion. In reality, you don't know what goes through our heads, because polyamory is more towards love and a connection. To me, perverse is more like if you're just going out and looking for sex, whatever. But we actually have like an emotional connection, like a bond. Not just perverse. It's not. Oh my gosh, just get your guys' minds out of the gutter. And it's just weird, right? Because people could be more perverse than people could be in love, which to me is crazy. I guess, I don't know, that's the human body. But we're just gonna cut it off with that, because I'm just gonna keep rambling. And I know you guys hear my kids in the background, because guess what, we're parents, we have kids. And I'm not just gonna lock them up in a room and make them be quiet for my video, right? No, he's shaking his head no, but then make a lie. Okay, well, thank you so much. And like I always say, it's not a rough life. That's my dog. See, because I have a dog too. I'm a dog mom. It's not a rough life. It's a rough moment. You will get past it and you will own it. Bye, guys.
Bye.